Alrighty. We are Torah Daled, right? So we said that yesterday, and they fell from one eyeball 300 barrels of oil. One eyeball of the fish.
Yeah.
That the tzaddik is b'chinas ayin, is that class mea 300 mea is altikra ma ela mea, which means it's Moshe Rabbeinu made himself was considered himself a nothing, a ma. So Rabbeinu says that the tzaddik is mevatel himself to become a ma in three different ways. This is tlat ma, three ma. A wise man should not boast with his wisdom. A hero should not boast with his strength, and the rich man should not boast with his wealth. So when a person is able to be wise without boasting his wisdom, and to be mighty without boasting, without misusing his strength, or figure himself to be, wow, I'm Mr. Universe. And a rich person is just a regular dude. You know, the fact that he has that he has money, and everybody has money. Like, you know, there's this man in Williamsburg that he has a house. He's very wealthy, and he has a house that he lives on the second floor, and the first floor is Shabbos Suda for anybody and everybody, you know, who wants to come. You know, there are always, you know, people that are like having a tough time and they're separated or never married or whatever. That's all the Oshlim Zalnikis, all those that, you know, the down and outers, you know, in this world. And he all the Sudas and Shabbos, he feeds them, forget it, like salmon, and just like no question asked, just come. That's the person behaves with his wealth, and it's the you know, it's just like, it's not mine. It's just, that's by him. That's the there's another Rav in Williamsburg that everybody stays in his house, and you can't even tell who is the owner of the house. It's just, I told this story a few times. You know, the guy that came, that asked him, you know, he didn't know he was staying there already for a week. Nobody told him anything. He was embarrassed, so he came to somebody, which happened to have been the owner of the house.
Yeah.
And he said, "Listen, I'm already here for a week, you know, and I didn't tell him. You think I should tell somebody about it? You know, should I ask her?" So he told him, "Nah." He said, "I'm here much longer. Nobody pays attention." He didn't even tell him he's the owner of the house. Go don't worry about it. That's pshat, you know, that the rich person should not, you know, be, you know, I'll make a swimming pool, I'll make a jacuzzi. I mean, what's jacuzzi, schmacuzzi? Use your money to the way, you know, to the way it should be. So with these three aspects, the tzaddik makes himself in the mind, and through this he strips away his gashmias, and his physicality, and he adheres to the light of infinity. That by there's no difference in Ratzon. And over there, Hashem or Elokim. Hashem is Hashem. Dinim and Racham is all one. And Kula Tov Meitiv. This is what we learned yesterday. Ze Pchinas Chad Galgal al De'ena. This is what we said. This is one from one eyeball, one eye. In the Idra, in Dafnas says Velizimna De'asi, and it says and to Ishtakach ba'ena chad rachamim. It says in the world to come, in the future, the the persona of Zeir, which is really the manifestation of the revelation of Kadosh Baruch Hu in the world, is Zeir Anpin. There will be the one eye of Rachamim. In other words, as we said, there's a looking, that it's like looking after, and there's a looking of keeping an eye on you, make sure that there's P'chinas Dinim. There's a looking of P'chinas Chasadim, and there's a looking of P'chinas Dinim. It's la'asid la'avay, the looking will be only Rachamim, it will be only for kindness. It'll be today, to make sure that, keep you honest, keep you on your toes. But la'asid la'avay, there'll be no need for that. This is where everything is good. There won't be two eyes then. There won't be two anhogas of one chesed and rachamim. Only one anhoga of rachamim. This is that one eye alludes to the level of consciousness where the good and the bad are all one. This is called Ein Sof. It's called the light of Ein Sof, the light of infinity. Nimsa kshatzadik osei atzmo ma, when the tzaddik makes himself ma. In other words, he nullifies his isness. Dabek atzmo le'ein echad rachmi. He adheres to this one eye of rachamim, this one way of seeing that everything is rachamim. In other words, he adheres to infinity, which is only rachamim. But then when the tzaddik comes back, because in Ein Sof there's no cognition. There's no cognition. It's just, you're one with everything. There's no individuality. There's no differentiation. You come back, not ratzov v'shov, going back and going forth and coming back. Then he draws, he brings down from the light of Ein Sof, the unity of the simple will of Hashem. There, everything is for the good. He brings the oneness, the realization that it's all for your own good through his own through his own. He's a conduit. In other words, he doesn't stop anything. The light just goes through him. It's just a transformer. It's just transform, from Ein Sof to a form that is fit for human consumption. That's all he does. He doesn't add anything to it. He doesn't. He's ma. He's nothing. He's hollow. He's just a pipe. That's it. The ma is the nothing. Is the hollowness. The tzaddik is he's the pipe. There's no, because the p'chin of the bittul of the tzaddik is the pipe through which you bring through the light of Ein Sof.
The bittul of your own bittul?
No, the tzaddik's bittul. That's what makes him a pipe. That's
the pipe is hollow.
That's right. The ma is anova. That's the thing that enables the light to come. I'm sorry, just.
Through bittul, he brings the light.
Yeah, the bittul, and when you're bittul to the tzaddik, okay. That marvelous. Some people think that I was till now people thought I was an angel. Now they realize, hey, he's just a man like us. All right. I just want to show you that I'm also human. And the bittul of the tzaddik is the pipe that brings through the light of Ein Sof, and that makes from ma mea. Because we said tlatz mea, 3 mea, which is mem aleph hey. That brings about ma in 3 aspects: wisdom, might, and money. When he connects the Ein Sof, as the pipe that brings through, the light of Ein Sof, it turns Ma, nothing, into Mea. In other words, the Ma becomes a keli that the Aleph, which is Ein Sof, which is the Elokus, goes through. It's like the pipe is full, the juice is flowing. So when the juice is not flowing and it's just connecting to the Ein Sof, it's Ma. It's empty, it's ready to bring the current. But when it isn't, the current is going through, it's Ma, but now it's full, it's with an Aleph in between. The Aleph is the juice, is the electricity, is the Lakus, the Ein Sof. So Ma becomes Mea. The Aleph is in between the Mem and Hey. Because the Achdus of the simple will of Ein Sof is an aspect of the word Aleph. Because Aleph is Gematria Echad, right? It's Echad. When you bring the Aleph through the Ma, it makes Ma into Mea. That's a live wire. Literally a live wire. I gave it to you, it's okay. As Chazal said in Menachos, that a person has to make 100 brachas every day. So where did they come from? It comes from the pasuk, Ma Hashem Elokecha shoel mimcha. What is Hashem, your God, is asking from you? So Chazal said, Al tikra Ma, not what, no Ma, ela mea, 100 brachas. So you see that Ma becomes Mea. And that's why here become Nasa Tlas Mea Mitlas Ma. From 3 Ma, 3 aspects of Bitul, becomes 3 Mea, 3 aspects of live wire. Hainu Gal B'Mishche, which means the Das. Live wire, the Ma is full, it brings about the Das, the Seichel. Zeh Pchinas, and this is what we say, Zatai Ret Al Das. Moshe, you showed the Das. You are the conduit, you are the pipe that showed the Das. Shemamshich Oir Ein Sof Ladato, that you bring the life of Ein Sof into your Das. Now you realize, She'er Da'echsos Hashem Elokim, now you know that Sai Hashem, Sai Elokim, when it's pleasant, when it's unpleasant, when it's sweet, when it's bitter, whatever, it's all Hashem Elokim, it's all one. That Midas Sadim and Rachim are all one. In your own heart. Today you can't make a tova meitiv on bad stuff because you live in the real world, so you have to make dynamis. But in your heart,
you have to make what?
Dynamis. When something happens, dynamis. But when things go good, it's tova meitiv. But when you realize that everything is really one, it says, then in your own heart you can make a bracha or a tova meitiv on everything. Kmola also, the same as it will be in the world to come. And somebody who comes and confesses before the tzaddik. Using this, the tzaddik elevates the malchus to infinity. Connect. You come, you confess to the tzaddik. Tzaddik takes your malchus and connects it to Ein Sof. Which means that you also get included in Ein Sof. And then the tzaddik brings down to you also this illumination to your das, that you will come out with a certain, okay, I get it. Even though I can't put my finger on it, I get it. I understand that everything is good. This way, that way. Shidasha kolu tova, person knows everything is good, and there's en shum rakal, there is no bad at all. Ki hakol tova, so everything is for your own good. And that's why, and Mimela, you can understand the words of Avar Bar Khan, that they filled umilu michad galgala de'ena, and they filled from one eyeball of that fish. In other words, from Ein Sof through the Tlat Mea, that is going through the pipe of Ma, and it comes into barrel of oil, into das, to the das of a person, to your cognition, that you will know, that you will live in the reality that Din and Rachamim are both one. The important thing that we need to understand over here, by the way, you should know, that we said it once before, but it's important to repeat again, that even when the explanation is very, very clear, and it's very, very good, and you're able to follow whatever it knows, you should know that this limud is extremely challenging to the mental faculties, to the seichel faculties of a person. So if you sit and you learn and you find that you fall asleep, it's not because you're being disrespectful to everything, because it tires the moichin. That's why you see people, very, very old people, that they sleep all the time. And they can, in fact, they can just, like a person in his 90s can walk and fall on the floor. People think that, who knows what happens? No, he's asleep. You can fall asleep walking.
Why is that?
Because the moichin are tired. The faculties are tired after 90 years. You drink coffee for 90 years, makes you tired at the end. It's like, weakens you. You're not the way it used to be.
So how do you fight this?
You don't. You just go through it, and you stay awake, whatever it is, and slowly, it's like lifting weights. Slowly, it'll open, and eventually you'll. Don't just. You just, but what you should get out of it is what you should extricate from this, is the busha. Oh, can't believe I'm learning. No, it's normal. It's like if you're lifting weights and you're tired. I'm so ashamed. I'm tired. What do you want? You lift weights. Okay. You're lifting mental weights here, so it's a difficult thing. Ad kan, Kofe Aleph.